and welcome to my channel. I'm documenting my weight loss and I've been using various means and methods, and in this day, which is the 1st of January 2025, I'm going to be starting a new plan. I'll tell you what happened since I did a last video, which was at the beginning of December. I went away to stay with my sister and my family in Cumbria for a week. When I came back from that, I had put on 2 pounds when I was following the BeeWeighed plan, which is a local plan to the northwest of England, but I was doing it online. And during my time away, I put 2 pounds on, which I didn't mind too much, because I was going out with the family and we had meals out and lots of snacks and drinks, and it was my mum's 92nd birthday, as well as celebrating Christmas. So coming home from that, I had about another week left with the BeeWeighed plan that I was following, so I carried on with that, and after that, which was the 10 weeks that I paid up front for, I decided not to go back and do another round. It was a really good plan and I really enjoyed my time doing it, but I just thought that I didn't want to do another round. I thought I'll wait until the new year and then decide what to do next. So finishing that plan, which was round about the middle of December, after that I felt a bit unmoored really, because I didn't have a plan to follow, and I didn't really want to start anything new before the new year. So I had 2 or 3 weeks where I didn't have any plan to follow, and I wasn't even sure if I was going to start another plan. I thought perhaps I'll just go it alone and do some calorie counting and just be a bit careful. But as I was going into December and Christmas, and I did have a lot of parties this Christmas, I have to say, and I've been eating and drinking just what I want for the 3 weeks, and when I thought about the gain that I've had today, I don't really regret it. I normally gain around about 8 pounds over Christmas, and that's what I did this year. I didn't want to. I was hoping against hope that I could go through Christmas and New Year and lose, and it didn't happen, and it never happens, and I always hope it will. But having said that, I wouldn't have swapped it for anything, because we had such a lovely time. We had so many nice things to eat and so many nice parties and drinks and evenings where we just sat down and ate some mince pies and drank wine, and it was lovely. So having said that, I wouldn't have changed any of it, and I did have the 8 pound gain over Christmas and New Year. So when I got on the scales this morning, all in all, I've lost track of how much I gained now with the 2 pounds and then this other 8, so it's 10. But anyway, the weight on the scales this morning was 11 stone 1.2. So I have gone over the 11 stones again, which I was hoping I wouldn't, but that's what's happened. Before the new year, I started to think, what am I going to do now going into January? The 3 main plans, apart from just doing calorie counting or whatever at home, was Slimming World, Weight Watchers and the BeeWeighed that I've been doing. And so I did decide to have a good sit down and compare the 3, but this is comparing them from my point of view, not from anybody else's point of view. When you do compare them, Slimming World, I think, has got the absolute best in-person groups to go to out of all 3, although I haven't been to a BeeWeighed group, so I can't really say that, but the Slimming World groups are fantastic. But unfortunately, unfortunately I can't really get to a Slimming World group now. My mobility isn't as good. I've got terrible arthritis in my wrists, which is stopping me really from using this stick. And when the weather's bad, it's just not possible to go. So I decided that Slimming World wasn't quite for me, because I don't find Slimming World's online method is very good. I don't like the app. I don't think their groups online are any good. I don't think their cooking demonstrations are any good. I find the app very, very difficult to use. And I just think that if I was going to do Slimming World, I would think if I could see and I could do everything normally, I would pick Slimming World because I love going to the groups, and it's nice to go and meet the same people each week and find a bond with them. But that's not possible, so that's out. I did think about going back and doing another 10-week round of BeeWeighed, but although I love the plan and I do like the groups are very, very small online. There's only tends to be about 3, maybe 4 people attend the group, which means you get to know them, but I wanted a little bit more variety, I think. So just before Christmas, I did see all the things on YouTube about the Weight Watchers' new plan, and it did appeal to me because as well as having the usual 0 point foods, they've also made oats and potatoes a point-free food. And I thought, well, last time I did Weight Watchers, I must admit I was a bit hungry doing it, but that gives you a bit more scope to have potatoes for tea and not have to count them. And I got quite interested, so I started having a look online at different people that were doing it, and I thought, I'm going to go and give this a go. They don't have any in-person meetings here in my town. It's too far to go to an in-person meeting, and I never really like Weight Watchers in-person meetings anyway because there were always too many games in them, and I don't like playing games at group. So I never really enjoyed going to the Weight Watchers in-person meetings, but online I don't think you can beat them. They certainly, their online presence beats Slimming World into nothing. The app is completely accessible. I can even use the barcode scanner on the app. I can fill it all in, all the food diary I can fill in. I can get to all the various sections of the app. And the meetings are beyond compare. I mean, you can go to meetings pretty much on every half hour. There's a new meeting that you could go to. So any time of day, if you're feeling a bit shaky or you want a bit of encouragement or just people to talk to boost you a bit, if you look on the app, within about half an hour or an hour you'll find something to attend. I was looking at today's meetings, and there are about 10 workshops, which are just various consultants that are holding a workshop. There are about 10 workshops. There was a Zumba meeting that you could go to. There was another exercise thing earlier on. There was a class on how to batch prepare food. You could go to a class on that. There was another class on for people that are maintaining. There was a cooking demonstration on. There was another sort of exercise thing, which I don't know what that was actually. It didn't say it was for any specific exercise. It was just called Get Moving, and it was saying whether you were doing the housework, walking on the spot, or doing whatever exercises you want, you could go along. And they have so many other classes for the menopause and people who have diabetes, all these different classes, but it's just teeming with classes and workshops to go to, and every workshop has got lots of people there, lots of different people. So my aim now is to find a workshop that is going to be my weekly one. You know, I want to have one that I go to, the same one every week. Even though I do pop into other ones and just have the camera and the microphone off, so just listening, but I want to have one to go to where you know, I know all the people that go and that I know the consultant, and it becomes like my group. So at the minute I'm sorting through attending different ones until I can find the right one. Last time I did this online I had a fantastic group to go to. It was just marvellous, but the bloke who ran that doesn't seem to be running it anymore, so I'm going to have to find a new one. I've tried a couple so far and they were okay, but they weren't exactly what I was looking for. Some of the best consultants, the really charismatic ones, they are marvellous to go and sit in, but they're so popular and so many people go that they become a little bit impersonal because there's just so many people go. So that's what I'm going to be doing going forward. This year, I started today, the 1st of January. I have been watching people's YouTube videos. Unfortunately though, that's another thing where I think Slimming World are better, because with it being a UK group, there are so many YouTube channels to watch to do with Slimming World, and you begin to feel like you're part of a community following it and doing it. Whereas with Weight Watchers, most of the videos I've seen, in fact almost all of them apart from one, they're all American, which it's nice, you can still follow along, but when they're doing the food hauls and talking about the points in a different food, of course it's all American food, it's not the food that we've got over here. And quite a few of them as well, because this is another thing that Weight Watchers endorses, is they're doing the weight loss drugs, I can't remember what you call them now, but quite a few of them are doing that at the same time as doing Weight Watchers. So there isn't as much content on YouTube to watch. But perhaps some will start up, I mean, with it being January the 1st, perhaps some will start up, and with the new plan there may be some other people to watch. If you're watching this and you have a channel and you're doing Weight Watchers, please put it in the comments below, because I really would love some UK Weight Watchers channels to follow. I'm still following Slimming World channels and people doing calorie counting, because I think you still get really good encouragement from just seeing other people working their plans and being successful. I was looking up tips of how to make Weight Watchers successful, and I did come across an article in a newspaper, and I wish I'd kept it now, I can't find it now, I'm looking for it. And there was a lady there who'd lost about 160 pounds, and she kept it off for years, I think it was about 8 years. And she was giving some great tips on how to do it. She said that for the first 4 months when she did Weight Watchers, she was completely focused on it. She said she looked up every point, and she tried to find new foods and make new foods as enticing as she could. Even things that she didn't think that she would like, she would try different recipes. And she said for the first few months she was completely and utterly focused on Weight Watchers. It became her almost obsession. And also she was saying about sticking to the one plan. She was explaining that a lot of people try and do one plan and fit in another one, like they might say, well, I'm doing Weight Watchers, but Slimming World, they have rice for free, so I'll do Weight Watchers, but I'll have no point rice as well, and mixing the pot, or they'll be doing Weight Watchers and then say, well, I'm calorie counting at the same time. And so she was saying, well, don't do that, just pick your plan and stick to it, even if what they say doesn't always seem right. And she was saying, you know, you might look at a Starbucks muffin and say, well, I don't think that should be 18 points, because the one I have at home tastes very similar and it's only 15 points, so I'll only count 15. And as she said, pick your plan, do it, even if you don't always agree with what's being said. This is the plan you've picked, follow it 100%, and don't waver. And if you don't want to do the plan, or you don't agree with things on it, then go and do another plan. But if you're going to do Weight Watchers, do it 100%, stick with it, and you will get results. So that's what I'm going to do. I've joined a Weight Watchers group on Mumsnet, because I'm not very good at Facebook anymore, so I've joined a Weight Watchers group on Mumsnet. I've got my YouTube videos to watch, I've got my app, and I'm all ready to go. So I'm hoping that this year is going to be the year where I really get to my target. It was a very, very well priced plan. It's I'm tied in for 8 months at £12 a month, and I think that is really good, a really, really good deal. The deal just before mine was for £10 a month for 10 months, I just missed that one. But £12 a month for everything that you get, I think is absolutely superb. I'm really looking forward to it. So I started this morning, I had oats and fruit for breakfast, which was nice. I made a 0 point soup for dinner, which I wasn't really that fussed with, if I'm to be totally truthful. I don't know whether, it tasted like it was had something missing, but I'm not sure whether that's because I've just been eating all sorts of rich food for 3 weeks, so a soup didn't taste that wonderful, or whether there was just something missing from it. I just put a load of veg and potatoes and stock cube and herbs and spices in, but I don't know, it just didn't really rock me boat. And I had a pita bread with it with salad in. And tonight for tea I have mashed potatoes, a burger and a tub of beans. Nice comfort food on a cold day. So I'm going to be doing 2 different methods of weighing. I've got my old scales upstairs, which I've demonstrated on here before, that are tied into my app. So on the 1st of every month I'm going to weigh on those scales, because they tell me all sorts of information other than my weight. I did get on there this morning, and I want to go through with just some of the other things that it said. So it says comparison 731 page 0 3.03 L details. Heart rate 77, cardiac index 3.2, weight 11 1.2, weight 11 1.2. So yeah, 11 1.2. BMI 31.3. That's a bit disappointing. I've slipped back into the obese range again. So my aim for January is to get back out of that obese range and back into the just overweight category. But I was a bit disappointed because I was 20, my BMI was 29 before Christmas. So what else have we got? And it tells me body water, visceral fat 10.5. I'd like that to get that under 10, but I don't think I can do that in 1 month. But that's not too bad, 10.5. Subcutaneous fat, now where's down to the body age? It tells me body age 72. Body age 72. So I'm 56 at the minute, and these scales say that my body age, my biological body age is 72, which is very disappointing. So can I get that down to under 70 in a month? I'm not sure, but we'll see. So I'm concentrating this month on getting that, getting the BMI under 30 and trying to get my biological age under 70. So that's that. So I'm going to do that once a month on the first of the I'm going to compare on the first of every month how I'm getting on with those. But for the day today, I bought new scales. They came yesterday. I trialled them for the first time today, and they'll be what I'm going to be doing my live weigh-in here each week, and I'll be weighing on these in the morning. So it will be a bit more because that was done at 7 o'clock this morning before I'd had anything to eat or drink and with no clothes on. So I didn't think you'd want me to do it with no clothes on here. So so now I've had breakfast and dinner and 2 or 3 pints of liquid, and I'm fully clothed, so it's obviously going to weigh more, but this is going to be my starting weight for this channel. Now these are new scales, they're German scales, they're by a company called BeeWeighed or something. It's B-E-U-R-E-R. They're German talking scales, and apparently they up to 4 people, they can remember what you weighed last time. Anyway, here we go. So this will be the first weigh-in for 2025. So 11 stone 2.5 pounds. I thought it would be more than that actually. Wow, that's only 1.5 pounds more considering everything I've eaten. All clothes I'm wearing since then. Anyway, that's it. I've put a piece of board on the carpet so that it keeps them nice and steady. And we'll see what happens. I think my weighing day is going to be on a Tuesday. I quite like the sound of that because with Weight Watchers you get, I get 23 points a day to use and then 21 to use in the week, over the week. So it does mean that at the weekend you can save those up and, maybe on a Sunday or Saturday night or something, have a real treat. And I quite like the sound of that. On Slimming World, you're not encouraged to save any sins. Really, you should use your sins every day and leave it at that. Maybe you can save a couple, but with the Weight Watchers ones, you can use these 21 all in one big treat. And also, you get points for doing exercises. So, for example, half an hour's moderate walking gets you 1 point, which is added to your weeklies. And I often walk. I walked for an hour a day most days. I did do today, so that's an extra 2 points, which is a nice piece of my No Mo caramel bar that I'm really fond of. That gives me 2 squares. Because basically half an hour walking will get me 1 square of chocolate, which doesn't sound much when you put it like that, but it makes all the difference when you get to the end of the night and you've got an extra little treat there to have. And it will encourage me to walk the full hour, because I think today I would have probably stopped at 40 minutes I didn't feel like doing much more, but I did do the hour so that I can get the extra 2 points. So I like that, but it means that, you know, maybe it seems like an awful lot of food though. That's the only thing. I'm a little bit worried about it because it seems like there's an awful lot of scope to eat quite a lot of food, and I'm a bit nervous about it, but I've decided I'm going to go all out for the plan, and I'm going to use all my points, weeklies and dailies, and I'm going to eat plenty of the free food, and I'm just going to see what happens. If on Tuesday I haven't lost any weight, I'll have to have a look at it again, but I might as well trust the plan to start with, and you know, just go all out and eat everything that they say that I can eat. I mean, they must know what they're talking about, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to trust the plan, I'm going to go with it, and just see what happens over this week. I'll be a day short this week because it's already Wednesday today, obviously, so I will be a day short. So I'll take 3 points away from my weeklies, and then it'll be next Tuesday when I weigh in. So I hope everyone else had a lovely Christmas, a lovely New Year. I'm sorry this video has been a bit longer than normal, but I wanted to explain what was happening. Please let me know how you got on over Christmas. Did you have a nice time? What plans are you going to be starting in the new year, or are you carrying on with the plans that you were doing? How did you get on? Did you lose over Christmas, or did you just enjoy having a game like I did? Let me know. I'd love to hear from you. And also, if you're doing a channel of your own to do with your weight loss journey, let me know because I'd love to follow it. I'm going to need as much support as possible going on with this plan. And particularly if you're doing a Weight Watchers one, or if you've seen a Weight Watchers one that I don't know about, let me know. So you will be seeing hopefully less of me next week. I'm quite excited about doing this Weight Watchers, and I hope you're excited about your plans too. So take care, see you next week. Less of me, obviously. Bye!